and fucking cuts his head off in one shot. Well, you just spent this last, what, 2 turns fucking knocking your arrow to fucking 360 no scope this motherfucker, and now he's dead. Well, all that planning you did for your turn is for nothing. Uh, so now you have to ask your DM, well, what else is around me? What's on the body? You're gonna ask all these stupid questions, grind the whole combat to a fucking halt. So then your DM has to fucking repaint the scene for you because now you have to change your whole plan of attack. And then you have to go back through your cards and see all the dumb bullshit you can do. Jesus Christ. Magic users completely ruin it. Magic users take so much fucking time to make a turn. The higher level a magic user is, the more time they waste. Jesus Christ, just pick a spell. Just do magic missile. Nobody fucking cares. They always gotta come up with these elaborate plans and use these magical items to fucking extend their turn. I'm gonna cast haste so I can cast 6 times. Have this magic item lets me shoot 2 fireballs instead of one. And if I hit him and him, I have to learn the fucking radius of my fireball. I want to hit everyone in a specific way so it doesn't hurt my teammates but hurts my enemies. And then they have to roll all these fucking damage dice because they can't just do damage. They have to just roll, roll. Oh, what's his resistance? Roll, roll. What's his roll, roll. It's so mind-numbing. Oh my god. Wizards kill fun. They're the worst, and they grind everything to a complete halt every time it's their turn. And God forbid there's more than one of them on a team. Jesus Christ. The healer, you know what the healer's gonna do? Someone gets hurt. How many healing spells do I have? Heal, heal, you're good. And the fucking mage or whatever? Jesus Christ. He can't decide on fucking anything. He has to know all these details. I need a new knowledge check to see what zombies are weak to. We all know what fucking zombies are weak to. But my character doesn't know that. He's a wizard. I don't want to use components. Fucking components. Jesus Christ. Is that somatic or is that fucking verbal? Or you need hand signs? Are you holding your wand in one hand or two? It is the worst. I'm not even kidding. It makes me so mad. Anytime I'm listening to a fucking podcast and I hear there's a fucking magic user, I want to put a gun in my mouth and blow my fucking brains out. Fuck the magic users. Magic is bullshit and everything. Fuck magic. I hate it. And then you go through all these steps, right? And even if you have the most perfect plan, the most well-timed teamwork, if you roll badly, your whole turn was wasted. My time is wasted. Why the fuck are we doing this? Why the fuck are we putting entertainment on a randomizer? This is so fucking boring. Oh my god. Like, I'm almost in tears at this point. I can't. It's so boring. Listening to these fuckers roll and get like a 3 and be like, oh, I missed. My turn's over. It's like, so all that was for. It's so much waste of time. Someone should just make a D&D game specifically for podcasts so we can cut out all the bullshit. I'm sick of all the bullshit. Cut it all out. No fucking magic. You get one attack. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you want to shoot fireballs. Here's a fireball. You get one fucking spell. Don't burn it all in one place, Jimmy. Fucking no misses. Fucking turns don't miss. Initiative orders, you know what? Attack when you want. Who gives a fuck? Real fights don't take turns. Just fucking whatever. Go hit him. I don't give a fuck. I can't believe it. And this combat just drags everything down. And then God forbid one of the characters just dies. Just out of nowhere, it just gets critical hits and dies. And then one person that's at the table has to sit there for the rest of the podcast quietly because his character's fucking dead. He's got to fucking the gears, the small gears in his head start turning. He's got to try to figure a way to fucking introduce a new character who's equally as powerful as these 3 other demigods for some reason, but just wasn't around, but just shows up at this exact moment for some fucking reason. It's like, so his cogs are turning. He's not even paying attention. And it's like, one of the co-hosts just can't speak. When is this? It's it's so hard to listen to, and it's so bad. It's so bad, and it's every single one of them. None of them circumvent it. They waste so much time. They won't even go into a fight. I was listening to the Glass Cannon podcast, and like there's this one fight, and they all had these different plans. Like this guy wanted to turn invisible. This one wanted to walk through the wall and sneak up on the boss. This one wanted to fly, and this one wanted to like use a gun. And this one had this, and they're sitting there buffing themselves. I want cure from cold, cure from disease, cure from age, cure from AIDS. They come up with all these fucking bullshits. You gotta listen to these fucking people power boost themselves, you know. And then even furthermore, they even have the gall to start arguing with each other, trying to convince each other whose plans is best. And here's the shocker. Surprise, surprise. None of their plans work well. I believe two characters died in that encounter. So, why the fuck did you do all that? Your plan was fucking shitty. They refuse to, like, continue the story. It's like Pokemon rules. You ever watch, like, a Pokemon Nuzlocke? Where, like, the second their Pokemon takes any damage, they immediately leave the area and go to a Pokemon Center because they can't bear the thought of having to release one of their Pokemon from their computer. You ever watch one of those? Those things are terrible too, by the way, but I'm not going to get into it now. It's the same thing. Anytime they're even a little underpowered, they have to go and buy a bunch of 10,000 things of fucking cure light wounds and take a 3-day nap, completely grinding everything to a halt so they can get their characters back up to max power because they're so afraid of dying. Even though they still die anyway, and they still have to come up with new characters. Just keep the story going. Could you imagine if you're watching Star Wars and Luke is about to fight you know, you know, Princess Leia's like, "Oh, Luke, Darth Vader's behind that door. This is gonna be such a thrilling fight. Oh my goodness, so many revelations are to be had. The story will progress." And then Luke was like, "Ah, no, I got, cut a little bit on my arm and it kind of hurts kind of bad. I'm gonna just put some ointment on it and go lay down for a couple hours." Could you imagine if that happened in a fucking movie? Like right before an action sequence, the main hero fucking walked away and took a nap. They literally are taking naps. Literally taking naps. My mind is breaking. And these podcasts do so well too. I don't really understand. They have like live events and they have these big conventions and all these people come and see them play on, a stage. It's like who the fuck? You know what I mean? Why are these podcasts popular? And, I know the answer. And the answer might surprise you. Are you ready for the answer? I'll tell you it. I'm not gonna tease you. I'm not gonna, jerk you off only halfway. I'll let you finish. The answer is because they are these entry level, mid 20 something office workers who sit in a cubicle 8 hours a day and they have to fill up their 8 hour day with 8 hours of podcasts to listen to. That's the only reason, because I was one of those people. I technically still am, but they need something cheap and easy produced that everyone can do, and they need it just to get through their terrible, terrible work weeks. That's the only why these things are popular. Because these things are entertaining, they're not fun, they're sure as hell not, even worth remembering. Like, you watch a good movie, you're like, wow, that was a good movie. You have a discussion about it. You fucking listen to a D&D podcast, you fucking instantly flush that shit out of your brain. Who fucking cares? It's nothing. It's worthless. You gain nothing from it. It's fucking dog shit. But the game itself, it's not bad. I could talk about D&D specifically. I kind of mentioned it a little bit. But D&D specifically, if I want to get, if I want to get specific about it, D&D is not bad. Um, like I said, it's imagination, it's fun. It's as fun as, the people you're playing with. And you can cut out bullshit. That's what I would do. I would cut out a lot of bullshit just to make it, streamlined, make it easy. I'm playing with some people now, and it's fun when we play. Um, we get to do what we want, have funny adventures, and we have, inside jokes with each other and stuff. It's a good time to have between friends. But just because you have a good time with your friends doesn't mean you have to record it and put it out for people to listen to. Because no one else will fucking listen to that bullshit. Um, but I have a lot of problems with D&D 5e. People like it. It's, whatever. You can like whatever you want. When people like Street Fighter 5 and that game is fucking dog shit. I don't like the combat in 5e. It's very, very, very bland. Like I'm trying to like think of creative things I can do with like a martial class because I like martial classes. I think they're more interesting and fun than magic users because of reasons I previously stated. But in 5e, martial classes get dicked so hard. The grapple rules are a joke. They're terrible. Like everything just gives you advantage or disadvantage. There's no real like. It's just it's so drawl. It's so is that the word? Drawl? I don't think so, but dull. I'll just say dull. It's so dull, benign, toothless. There's no crunch. So they call certain games crunchy. I like a good crunchy game, like a taco. I want something to bite into and really fuck around with the rules. Really get in there. Um, build what I want and do what I want with that build. You know what I mean? Test the limits of the rules, set up, really, do some crazy shit. But the game doesn't let me do that. Um, and I know I said earlier that I want things to be streamlined and easier, but 5e doesn't make things easier. It like turns still take forever for Magic users, as they always have. Just the problem is that they just cut out like a lot of stuff from the martial classes, so they really only like they rather than making everything simpler, all they did was just make yep. So martial classes just hit. It's your turn. Roll to hit. Do you hit? Yes. Okay. Roll damage. Do you not? Do you hit? No. Don't roll damage. And that's it. That's all they can fucking do. Maybe if you're a barbarian, you can fucking like berserker or something like that. But like that's all they do in a fight. So they just become like damage sponges or like glass cannons, you know? And it's boring. There's no mastery there. Just there's no mastery. So I don't really like it. It's not fun when I play martial class in 5e. I mean, it is fun. I'm having still fun, but like the rules don't give me anything creative to do. But creative in the way that they give me a structure, and I have to figure out how to you know work within that structure. 5e is just an open field. It's just nothing. There's nothing to work with. It's just do this, this happens, and then your turn's over. Um, but you can always go online and find custom rules and stuff like that. So that's not too big of a deal. You can always spice it up. It's very moddable, which is something I do like about 5e. People come up with crazy bullshit. So you can always like come up with creative and fun rules. That's kind of the good thing about like plain rice is that yeah, it's plain rice, but you can always put some beans on there or something, some chili or whatever. I don't know what you eat on your rice. I don't know your nationality. Probably white. You eat ketchup on it or something. So, there's that. But I like crunchy games. I listen to a lot of D&D podcasts and tabletop games. There's Pathfinder and Starfinder and Shadowrun and there's some good ones out there. I haven't really played a lot of games, so I can't really speak for, gameplay sessions and all that, but I like to get into it. Um, those are just my thoughts on D&D, and maybe you have contrarian thoughts because you're a contrarian and you're just gonna disagree with me because again you're a smarmy retarded fuck, and I can't ever have an opinion. You have to tell me why my opinion is wrong or whatever. You can't just let me just say something. You always have to chime in, even though no one asked you for your 2 cents. This is my podcast, so you can fuck off. You came here, buddy. Now fuck off. But maybe you do have a different opinion. I'm not really that strong about it, but man, D&D podcasts suck. Oof, so bad. I mean, all podcasts suck. Like I used to have a whole library of podcasts, and now I'm like down to like 6 or 7 or something. Like I just started weeding that shit out, and I could probably cut a couple more of those out. Honestly, well, like 3 that I like to listen to regularly. Um, but yeah, that's D&D. That's D&D. Just make make a tabletop game that's Monster Hunter. That'll solve everything. Just make Monster Hunter. Make a game where just hit shit. Do that. Someone do that. If you do that, I'll buy it. I won't just steal the PDF online. I'll actually buy it. Alright, thanks. Alright, the next topic, the last topic is someone wanted me to talk about the new Guilty Gear, GGS. I haven't really been keeping up with it. Last time I saw is when who got revealed.